So this is my story. I'm a mom of 4 amazing kids, and for all of them I think I've given a lot of money, but the thing is, I want them to be better off than me, and I think money can buy you happiness, but it can't build character, and so I tried to find a balance between the two, and this is my story on how saying no to my kids actually made them richer adults. One of the greatest challenges for parents is finding the right balance between providing for our children and allowing them to grow into independent, resourceful adults. It's a tightrope walk. On one side, there's the instinct to shelter our kids from financial struggles, to hand them everything they need to ease their path in life. And then on the other side, we see the importance of fostering independence, resilience, and personal growth. In my case, I admit I leaned towards the parental instinct of wanting to give my kids everything they needed to ensure their comfort and success. After all, isn't that what we all want for our children? I saw it as my duty to pave the road ahead, remove obstacles, and provide opportunities. This approach felt natural, instinctive even, but over time I realized that while my intentions were pure, this method of parenting wasn't truly serving my children in the long run. As they grew up, I noticed a lack of initiative, a dependence on me to solve their problems, and an absence of genuine gratitude for what they had. Something had to change. This realization was brought home to me in a significant way when my children became adults and started to move out of the house. My firstborn son, James, approached me soon after he finished university. He had a new job lined up, but before moving out, he wanted some extra cash to furnish his apartment. I remember him sitting in my living room with those hopeful eyes asking for a loan. Now, if you're a parent, you can probably guess how this scenario typically goes. You see your child needing something and your heart melts. Your immediate response is often to want to help, to give them what they ask for without a second thought. That's what I do, or I did. I was ready to take out my wallet, but as I did, I stopped. I looked into James's eyes and saw not just a son who needed help, but a young man who was stepping into adulthood. In that moment, I had a choice to make. Should I give him the money and let him move out, fully equipped and ready to start his adult life? Or should I step back and allow him to earn his way, learning valuable lessons along the way? You see, over the years, I had given James everything he needed to make his life easier. His school books, his sports equipment, even helping him with his homework when he struggled. Now here was a chance for him to face a new challenge, to figure it out for himself, to learn the value of money and the satisfaction of earning it. I explained to James that while I couldn't give him the loan, I could help him find part-time work to earn the money he needed. Together, we looked at different job options, and he chose to work as a waiter in a local restaurant. Within a few weeks, James had saved enough money to buy the furniture he needed for his apartment. It wasn't just about the money anymore. It was about the journey, the struggle, the triumph of figuring it out. And in that moment, I knew I had made the right decision. There were times when my kids didn't quite understand my decisions, when they felt that I wasn't being fair, or when they expected me to give in. For example, when my daughter Sarah wanted to buy the latest smartphone, I didn't hand it over. She was upset. Why didn't I get it for her? What did her friends have? But I stood firm. This wasn't just about the phone, it was about instilling values. The same went for my son David, who wanted to go on a trip with his friends but couldn't afford the plane tickets. Instead of buying the ticket, I suggested he work extra hours at his part-time job to save up for the trip. Even my youngest son Daniel felt the sting of this approach. He wanted to join his friends for laser tag, but I told him he'd have to earn the money for it. There were moments when I questioned whether my tough love approach was too much, whether my children would resent me for not giving in, but as they grew older, I saw the transformation. Saying no to my kids wasn't about being uncaring or indifferent. It was about giving them the space to grow, to make mistakes and learn from them. It was about teaching them that life doesn't always hand them what they want, and that is okay. The real world doesn't operate on the whims of why should I get it. It functions on the principles of why should I deserve it. By saying no, I was preparing them for a world that wouldn't always give them what they wanted. I was equipping them with the mental strength to handle rejection, to adapt and to keep going. For example, when my daughter Sarah got the job she had been working towards, I knew that this achievement wasn't just about landing a job, it was about her resilience, her patience, and her persistence in the face of many interviews. When my son David managed to save up enough money for his dream bike, it wasn't just about the bike. It was about his commitment, his discipline, and his ability to manage his finances. These moments of pride weren't just for me, they were for my children. They were a testament to their character, their grit, and their determination. But it wasn't just about the short-term benefits of building character and financial responsibility. It was also about the long-term rewards. As my children grew older, they entered the workforce as confident, capable young adults. They understood the value of money, the effort it took to earn it, and the importance of managing it wisely. They weren't entitled, they weren't demanding, they were ready to work, to contribute, and to build their own lives. Watching them succeed in their chosen fields, buy their own homes, start their own families, it filled me with a sense of pride that no amount of money could have bought. In the end, saying no to my kids wasn't about depriving them, it was about empowering them, it was about giving them the tools to carve their own paths in life. It was about teaching them that they don't need me forever, that they are strong enough to face the world on their own. And maybe that's the greatest gift I could have given them. They're not perfect, of course. They still make mistakes. They still come to me for advice or help. But now they come not as a child needing a handout, but as an adult seeking guidance. I believe that the wealth my children have now is not just monetary, but immeasurable in its richness. It's the wealth of character, resilience, financial literacy, and confidence. It's the wealth of knowing that they can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and achieve anything they set their minds to. And that, I believe, is what true wealth is all about. I'm not saying it's easy to say no. Saying yes feels good in the moment. It feels like you're a good parent, like you're fulfilling your role. But saying no builds character. It teaches financial responsibility. It fosters independence. Every time I said no, I saw my kids become stronger, smarter, more resilient. As I look at my children now, successful in their careers, happy in their relationships, and strong in their convictions, I know that my tough love approach worked. It wasn't easy, but seeing them navigate life with confidence and competence makes it all worthwhile. So to other parents out there, I say it's okay to say no. It's okay to let your kids struggle a bit, they'll thank you for it in the end. The journey of parenting is complex, full of challenges and triumphs, sometimes the toughest. Decisions we make as parents are also the best ones. Looking back, I can confidently say that saying no to my kids wasn't just a necessity, it was a privilege. It gave me the opportunity to mold them into the kind of adults I wanted them to be, not because I had everything handed to me, but because I had to earn it. The strength they developed, the independence they gained, and the resilience they built will serve them for the rest of their lives. Wealth isn't just about material possessions or financial security. It's about the richness of experience, the depth of character, and the strength of spirit. I may have denied my children certain things along the way, but in return I gave them the most valuable gift of all, the gift of becoming, and that, I believe, is what true wealth is all about. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll share more videos about women, life, health, and wellness.